Good afternoon. We are going to be kicking today off right with some boss fight versus beginners matchup. EU heavyweights duking it out for some sweet MMR juice. Let's reset that screen real quick because I know what I'm doing. This is your caster, Triple Nipple, along with my co-caster, also Triple Nipple. Other Trip, how you doing? I'm doing great. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Sleepy had to bail, so this is just me, all day. And yeah, we're gonna have a good one. We're gonna get a little weird with it. Ain't that right, Other Trip? Yep, that's 100% right. Other Trip's gonna be quiet for most of the part though, so it's just gonna be normal Trip for most of this, so just, you know, it'll be fine. But we have our map bans, so let's go over those. Boss Fight are banning. Well, I said I have them, and then I lied. Yeah, I have them. There we go. Boss Fight banning Suburbia, and beginners banning Turbine. Womp womp. No Turbine. Last day it could be played. Not gonna get to see the light of day. So let's take a look at the match page. Take a look at these stats for these two teams. These two teams have duked it out a lot. I think that they actually might be. See, there's a thingy here. The memories, no, statistics. There's a page that shows the most rivalries, biggest rivalries. Beginners versus boss fight has happened 24 times. The next highest matchup is G-Men Globochem at 15 and Globochem SMC at 14. So these guys have played each other 10 more times than the next biggest player. So a lot of back and forth. Let's see. Last two times, beginners 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last 8 times since season 5, beginners have always won the matchups. Boss Fight won a couple before then. We're not gonna go all the way through the list because that's a lot of work. But let's take a look at these bans real quick. Let's do Suburbia. Boss Fight banning Suburbia. I'm not really sure why. It doesn't look like... Oh. Okay, I see it now. Beginners have played it 20 times and they've won it 19 times. So they have a pretty high win percentage on Suburbia. And beginners banning Turbine is just because I assume that beginners don't want to play Turbine. I mean, I don't want to play Turbine. I don't know if anyone else wants to play Turbine, but I don't. I know beginners probably doesn't either. Let's take a look at the lobby. Go, hopping in now. Map number 1 is gonna be Quarantine. Should be a good one. Good one to start off with. Both these teams very well versed in Quarantine. Personally, one of my favorite maps of the whole game. Oasis is pretty good too, though. I like Oasis a lot. That's one of those new custom maps that we don't get to play in the league yet. But yeah, Quarantine, I know a lot of people talk about when you're learning the game, you should learn things like Cargo and Suburbia because they're easier to learn. In my opinion, Quarantine's the way to go. Learn Quarantine because there's a couple of reasons. If you learn Quarantine and you're good at it, you'll get picked up by a good team. If you get picked up by a good team, they'll teach you other maps. But if you're just good at the small maps, nobody really needs that. None of the teams need another good player on small maps, right? That's not that, like, no one struggles there, I don't think. So, you know, learn the big maps, you'll do better. And personally, I don't think it's that confusing. I think it's pretty easy. You can see across a lot of it. You just got to be a little bit cautious, a little bit, you know, What's the word I'm looking for, other trip? Conscientious. Thank you. Conscientious of where you're at and where you can be seen from, so that you know, you don't get shot, you don't get picked from across the map early on, any of that stuff. You don't want that. That's boring. And it looks like we're waiting on one more of the beginners to get into the lobby, but let's go over the boss fight side of the house. We have Lego, UC Death, Radar Head, Scooby-Doo, and Viper. And on the beginner side, our fifth has just joined. We have Smoils, Neox, Woods 43, Dr. Killinger, and Icy Woods. Pretty standard lineups. The newest pickup being Neox on the beginner side. Formerly of... I just cast them last night. Dead Logic. And current... Actually, was he... What was it? Let me take a look. Was he Dead Logic and then something else? Yeah, Dead Logic, then the Divided, and now Beginners. But I mean, personally, I really liked watching Neox play. Last time I remember watching him on the Divided, and he basically was doing field commands for his entire team and coordinating the assault, and it was just really good plays to watch, and I enjoyed watching it. I just kind of sat behind him and listened, because like hearing his comms and knowing that he knows where everyone on his team is, it was great. We'll see how that pickup works for beginners. I wonder if it's going to be a lot like, so here's the thing. Neox does give a lot of callouts and commands, right? He's used to being a captain. But when he gets picked up by beginners, is he going to continue to give those callouts and commands? It's like when I got picked up by SMC, I hopped into the lobby with him, and I was just yelling shit at him. And, I would be like, hey, do this, do that, do this, do that. Because no one would do it, so, someone's got to do it. And I wonder if that's really going to happen with Neox, because I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how beginners plays. I'm pretty sure Killinger just yells at people, and then they do what he says. But... we do have everyone in. Our first objective is the roof courtyard, north wing objective. And letting the teams know we are good to go. So for this objective, let's take a look at my maps and information. On this objective, you can spawn in the southeast, you can spawn in the east center, or in the crater. I don't think you can spawn at the roof for this one, or behind the roof for this one, but I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while. Played our match on Wednesday. I haven't been in since. But here we go. We're hopping into round number 1 on map number 1.
Turn around to do this.
Smalls, don't forget to watch the salsa as you're on it.
South spawn for boss fight. Is the north flank going to work out really well? In my opinion, this flank on this objective with that spawn works very, very well. Did Neox call that across his radio? Because it doesn't look like anyone reacted. Dillinger in burning. Who's that? Who's the sniper? Viper? Viper using a sniper rifle, something we don't normally see. I think he can see Killinger. No, he can't see Killinger from where he's at. Really, at this point, his only shot he's going to have is a guy on the roof or behind the roof.
Guy who we said would deny the north. There's a guy right there. Back left side of rooftop, yes.
You can see him, but can you hit him?
Yeah, there's no chance you'll have an angle. You'd have to see through center office. Still okay? Yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine. Alright, I'm gonna get ready to Pesco around the corner here.
Not seeing, I'm just not seeing a really good approach here from
Make a move for,
BossFight. I mean, they're kind of pinned in the south. Although there's not anyone like denying this. Oh, there's Neox at white car who can definitely see this, but
Should we get some smokes down to the front? You know where you got C4 before? No, that isn't. Right, let's get some smokes down. Onto your smoke.
I'll go popping one smoke, popping another. The second one. Ooh, those are actually good. He got it faced. They got them facing each other and covering most of that alleyway. Only problem is once they cross out of this one, they've still got a lot of opening here to cover. And Killinger has now rotated to the bottom floor of Center Burning and is watching the only spot that he can see of this cross. He's gonna find one. Radar's moving up right towards the fuselage. Tries to make the cross, put some shots down, gets taken down by Killinger. Radar finds Neox. A nice pick at the white car. Killinger throws a frag out. Oh my gosh. Smoil takes down Legel. Radar and Scooby both pinned now. Radar's looking for Killinger, but he can't find him. Scooby now moving up across the street, gonna go for Killinger. And oh look, there's Viper over there just standing on the overpass, trying to find a shot on the roof. He could actually do some damage at this point. No one's looking towards him. Radar and Scooby across the South Street. It's so tense. 43 looking at the crack that Radar is at. If Radar stands up a little too much. Viper's making his cross to the APC. Is he gonna... Oh, frag coming out. Just barely missed Viper. Woods now knows he's there, scanning for him. Viper's not really gonna have much of a chance with his sniper rifle.
Yeah, they made me.
Did he just roll it on like... It looked like he rolled. Killinger finds one. He finds Radar as he rounds the corner. Scooby-Doo finds him though. BossFight down to 2, beginners down to 3. And all of them are... Well, no, they're pretty close to objective. Never mind. Blitz 43 shooting down the drone. Scooby-Doo running into Smoil's line of fire.
Enemy at rooftop crater. To your right.
Viper finds Smoils.
You got 30 seconds. You got 30 seconds. Rooftop courtyard right in front of me. By plane nose. He's sending a plane out. He's running towards you.
The callouts are good, but the kill is not. Beginners take the first point. honestly, I'm very impressed. I did not think BossFight would even make it out of that south once they got kind of pinched there. It's just so hard to fight out of there. What did you think about that play, Other Trip? Well, you see, BossFight did not get the best spawn for that objective, in my opinion, so they were kind of stuck in the south, and they didn't cross the street immediately, giving away their position, but they also didn't cross the street immediately to give them a more advanced position behind glass tank or somewhere in that area. Instead, they all piled up behind the hospital and ran like lemmings into Killinger. Okay, not like lemmings. They actually killed Killinger. They did pretty well on that push. I think lemmings is a little harsh, Other Trip. You might be right. You might be right. But, you know. We're just going to hop into round number 2 and see what happens here. If beginners get the same spawn. Let's take a look. They do. Same spawn. Let's see if BossFight can capitalize on the objective. What do you think, Other Trip? Who are you going to give this one to? I'm going to give it to BossFight. BossFight spreading out like a star. 2 crossing the south street. See, beginners taking the approach going north across the street into the east. What's worse is I don't think anyone called them out.
Or North Road.
Got some Killinger. Well, I was watching that roof.
Cannot see the North Street. Did we lose anybody those shots? No, we're good.
Neox in the
Kind of stresses enough, but I hope our North boys.
Scooby is shooting at Ghost. There's no one on the plane wing. And making call outs that someone's there. Beginner's push in the east is going unopposed across the street. I mean, the easiest spot to kill someone while they're moving out of this objective is while they're crossing streets. Nobody's even checking it. They don't know that they're there. But beginner's approach is looking
They don't do a wide flank through the east.
a lot better than the BossFight approach. I mean, if we take a look at the mini-map here, they've got a nice little diagonal line.
More probable is they'll probably like do a push through Seattle.
Lego not watching the north. Not exposed, but I mean, it's pretty tight. And if he never checks the north wall, he's going down. I mean, he's definitely going to be the first to die here. UBC Smoils. Sure. 3 minutes left. Beginners all the way on the north wall, unopposed. Oh, Lego now checks it. Oh, he looks away. He looks away just as he crosses. Woods kills one. Scooby rotates, looks for that kill, but can't find it now. I see Woods moving up. Ooh, Scooby finds Woods 43.
Gotta refract. He might be reservoir, but I'm not gonna go for it.
Now shots from the south ringing out. Where did Neox go? Neox now going north as well. It's him way back there. Got 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. That's a pretty long run. I see Wood's gonna find Scooby-Doo here on the corner if he's not careful. See Woods is scanning the rooftop.
Taking fire, I think, from ambulance. I'm just watching north.
They can't see each other because of this berm. I see Woods taking the best approach to get here. Can't believe that Viper didn't see him. Viper had to have seen him. Oh, Woods throws a nade right at Scooby's normal spot. Scooby finds Neox as well.
Three down. I can't see this guy to double tap him. Three down in the north. Three down. Three down.
Scooby-Doo goes down to Killinger from the south wing.
Don't worry about it. They're just spraying.
And he's out. No more callouts. 2.5 beginners left. 3 members of BossFight up. A minute left to get to the objective. See death. Oh, I guess he's not as exposed as I thought he was. He looked pretty exposed, but he's just kind of sitting there. Killinger downs himself. What happened there? Oh no. It got stuck in there? What? You see Death finds Smoils. Killinger now going for the rotation for the pick. Can't find it. 20 seconds left and a trade. BossFight take their point on defense. Scooby-Doo doing a pretty good job of stopping that north approach after Lego goes down to it. Quick reactions and some good positioning, changing up his spot a little bit. I mean, because when one of the Woods brothers threw that nade, that flash, it was right where Scooby normally hides. I mean, he was throwing it, he knew who was on the roof, he was throwing it, he was trying to counter that one person. Next objective is burning center. Beginners are normally pretty strong on this this map in general, and then when we've played them, it's a very tough fight to take this map from beginners. I don't think we played BossFight on this map. I don't think we played BossFight in a while, actually. We're gonna hop in round number 3. BossFight getting the middle spawn. Basically, just have to come right at it aggressively. That smoke might not save you. Cross is happening. The shots ring out. Do not connect and giveaway spawn. Now BossFight rotating to the north across the north street. Shots ringing out from Icy Woods, not finding anybody. Hotel. Killinger also not finding anybody. One now pinned behind the pillar at the rock there. I'm pretty sure that's Viper. I think he's using that sniper rifle still. Looking for the shots on the Killinger. Woods. I think you see Woods. Ooh, but he can't. Doesn't look like he can steady it enough to get those shots.
No, one cross. Oh, you mean south, yeah, it's plus ones.
Doesn't look like they have an accurate count on who went north. Viper is definitely trying to find this head here. Look at that. Look at that laser.
And dogs.
Dillinger trying to get shots with the old tablet trick. This is super entertaining. All right, we're moving on. They're here watching the roof courtyard. Scooby-Doo flying the drone, but he's in like the most advanced position. Normally, you don't want to put your forward man on the drone. There's the drone right there. Across the street, cross tank courtyard, cross another street. Should see Neox. Drone is down. Viper putting out shots onto center burning, not connecting with anything. The rest of the team moving to the north, going behind the roof. Radar now moving to roof courtyard. There isn't actually anyone north of the north street, so they're spending a lot of time worrying about stuff that's not there, which, I mean, you know, you don't know that in the heat of the battle, but they've got 3 on objective, 1 on ambulance. Woods on the no, that's Neox on the ambulance, peeking over that hill there. Might be able to see radar. Neox finds Scooby-Doo on the roof with a headshot. Now radar is trying to look for the refrag, not finding it though.
We lost someone.
Still looking for that kill. Can he see it? Two minutes and 15 seconds. Ooh, Neox finds radar instead. You see Death and Lego. Lego finds Icy Woods. Oh, backside. Oh, backside of objective. Okay, I see where it happened now. On the south street. Before going off, Smoils trying to catch somebody, but not getting anybody. Now you see Death is free to walk and shoot Smoils in the back. Smoils goes down. The defense starting to crumble onto the objective. Got Killinger and Woods 43 on the objective still. Neox still at ambulance. 3 on 3. The Viper? Viper north of tank courtyard with his sniper rifle. Still looking for Killinger on the top floor on the stairs. But he's definitely gonna, Neox is definitely gonna see Viper as he tries to make this cross. Viper's gonna go for it. Oh, wow. Viper puts a shot on a Neox. Now he's looking for the backside of it. Woods 43 coming around to rotate. Not seeing anything. Scanning the tent, or scanning the courtyard. Neox finds Viper, and now Woods 43 scanning Burning Rebel. Killinger coming downstairs. Lego's on objective. Killinger comes out. Killinger finds him. Lego had his tablet out. Now it's up to UC Death. He's got 3 beginners to kill. Oh man, he just finds one. And trades with Killinger. Neox still alive. Gets the point for beginners. So tense. Now, it is worth noting here that beginners are master tier and boss fight are silver tier currently, with respective MMRs of 1260 for beginners and 1210 for boss fight. We got center burning objective. Boss fight on the defense. Can they hold it? Both of these have been a pretty back and forth. Both defense heavy teams. Here we go, round number 4. Same spawns.
You want to hold back and not push.
I want to push.
Push? Okay. Swap back.
Push. You don't want to go
See if they identify and call this spawn out ahead of time. They do not peek for it. Are we gonna see anything? Definitely called it out.
Yeah, I'm pushing to the truck. Pushing white truck.
Beginners already have one in the South Dunes. A long way to make it, but a good spot. Lego shooting. Oh yeah, he missed one. Scooby finds him though. Finds Woods 43 in the cross to the north. Got money trucks. The rest of the team giving up on that north push, it seems, going back towards APC and cement trucks / tow trucks. I see Woods and Dr. Killinger over here. Neox in his normal spot there, and Smoils on the South Dunes. Smoils probably going to be the distraction here with that LMG. They like to put him somewhere away from everything and just have him start taking pot shots. Viper.
Thought I saw someone up in Martha too. I was wrong.
You were wrong. That is right. So wrong, it's right. Radar and Viper on objective. Lego finds Icy Woods, but Killinger finds Lego. A very good shot. Not gonna go for the res, Killinger? You're just gonna leave here, buddy?
Okay, go try them.
Don't get me off.
Go try them.
Don't try.
Go back, don't close.
Scooby rotated a little too late. Go into white car now. Oh, but are they gonna rotate again and peek it? Is Scooby gonna find him? they're gonna push. Trying to find the last defender. Here we go. We got one over here. You see Death in the gas station. Pretty decent coverage from the south if they come through the gazebo way, but it looks like he's going for ambulance. It's gonna be a lot tighter cross to shoot if he actually makes it from ambulance, because it's just a much tighter angle. Well, it's now on the south plane wing. And I am stuck in a sign. There we go. Hot shots from Smoils trying to draw attention to the south side. Killinger and Woods could just go for it at this point. I think they'd be pretty clear. Make a little run for that wall. I see Woods getting shot at, barely making it clear. Woods pieing the back of the roof. Two minutes left. What that smoke is supposed to do. Frag coming out, checking the roof. They definitely think Scooby's up here. And Scooby's at white car, looking for them. Killinger's gonna come around the side. Is Scooby gonna see him? He should. Scooby finds Killinger. Woods finds Scooby. Minute 28 left. Neox now going for it. Coming up through tank courtyard. That's the angle that UC Death was holding. Wow, that's a great one. Shots ringing out from Viper, not finding Neox. Neox in the courtyard, or in the tank courtyard.
Minute 10.
Smoke's coming out. He's trying to find somebody over this turbine. Smoke's pushing around towards Gazebo Alley. I don't know what this is called. That's a gazebo. UC Death made a good rotation into the Volk twins there on the backside of the objective. Although he's still a little far away from it, I would prefer to be closer in my personal experience, especially with beginners throwing smokes and crashing in. UC Death finds Smoils on the south side. Dr. Killinger and IC Woods both going for it. Radar's going to meet him. A trade. Both of them go down. IC Woods down, goes down to Viper. It's all up to Neox. Neox is in the smoke. He's holding a smoke. He throws the smoke. Neox looking for Viper. Doesn't find him. Viper throws a nade. UC Death finds Neox though. BossFight. Wow, super tense. BossFight take their defensive round. Woo. Gonna have to let my co-caster take over for a bit. I'm getting a little stressed out. Here, 2-2, trading Volk rounds on quarantine. Is our next objective gonna be gas station? Gas station. Neither team really making any mistakes as far as I can see. Nothing big, nothing major. They're getting their refrags. They're getting their positions. I mean, except for a couple of kills. Woods going down on the north wall, not making it to where he wanted to go. Twice now, I think. This is really, I haven't seen any issues with beginners getting into position. BossFight going where they want to go. We're hopping into round number 5, map number 1. Boss fight spawning in the crater.
I'm just gonna check west tower right away. On the corner of the map.
They are all the way over there. Looks like they're all gonna go north. They're spreading out, putting one throwing a check frag out in the south side. Nobody there. Neox holding on to the south road. 2 moving up into the burning center. And Smoils doing Smoils. Where did he go? He's all the way over. Ah, there he is. Way back there. Yeah. Checking the long route, which gives you good coverage. You can see all of this. And all of that. You can scan. If you're tall enough to see over that wall, you can scan it. It's a pretty good spot. A lot of people forget that you can go that far over. And then back here on the boss fight side, we've got all of them hunkering down behind the roof a little bit. We've got Scooby-Doo in his normal spot. Viper checking the east side of the roof. Lego at the west 5-story. Death and Radar Head both moving in. Smoils is patient. Good. Yep, don't get picked, he says, as shots ringing out.
Far, far west.
Smoils now leaving that spot. All he has to do is put a couple shots on and slow down the approach. And then shot at the wood 43.
One down on the roof.
South plane wing taking down the roof.
To the one southwest corner of the roof. Not down, I think I'm holding them up.
We should also be able to see that white car guy. I think you can see that. Can you? Oh no, yeah, I guess only if you stand up. You have to be able to see over center burning. Down 2 mags. Neox still standing. Has not moved from his position. Watching the south approach, or the south street. Smoils rotated. Crossing the street while looking. I was getting a little peeky. Watching that north street, he sees one cross. Does not connect.
East of roof.
See Death now coming for Smoils. Making a cross where he can, you know, get up to that position without being shot at by Smoils. Taking the inside corner, basically. Oh, Neox still not looking back this way at all. Death creeping up the west side. Death sees Neox, takes him down.
One down at gas station crater.
Well, comes around firing, takes UC Death down. The rest of the boss fight go. Radar and Scooby pushing up. Lego Right at the plane nose. I see Woods waiting for someone to come around the corner. Radar's up on objective. Comes around the corner. Radar takes him down. Woods doesn't even know that he's there. Radar's on the objective. No, he's inside the building. Scooby-Doo goes down. Radar finds Woods 43. I don't think Icy Woods knows that he's there. Icy Woods coming around the corner. No, Radar looking the wrong way. Oh, Radar, you had it. They kind of just skipped past him in the smoke and the confusion. Beginners taking their defensive round as well. If it keeps going on Volk trades, beginners are going to take this map. Oh, right. That's not even the objective they were going for. They were going for gas station. I forgot. Yeah, that defense makes a little more sense now. I was so confused. My bad, guys. Round number 6. Is that how math works? Right out of the trip? Yep, that's how math works. You got it right. No caps. All good. Try that again. Round number 6. There we go. Beginners spawning in the south. The fast and aggressive push. I don't know if beginners are going to do it, but that's the way that I would do it if you got this spawn. Only got 1 or 2 defenders to deal with, and the rest have to crash. Walls and Killinger taking up their positions. Like beginners are going to go around the far east side. Once again, go around the north. They have been seen.
Crossers.
Use that sniper rifle.
One wide south.
Ah, Viper, a man of my own heart. Sniper rifles with drum mags, people.
So, she went wide north.
The only way to be a sniper. Excessive amounts of ammo. Neox and Icy Woods hiding behind a rock. Icy Woods and Neox moving north. Hearing shots ringing out. A little slower than the rest of their team. The rest of their team is up in the center line. Woods 43 hanging out by the dumpster. Smoils pushing up on the south side of Ambulance and Killinger. Also on the south side hospital by the plane wing. Gonna have to deal with UC Death behind those Hescos. If he stays, that I like his angle. But if he peeks like that, he's much more in danger than if he just stays and holds that angle right there. That's a good angle. Royals putting shots onto the objective garage. A little bit of a distraction. Scooby finds Icy Woods as he goes for the roof.
One north, I'm trying to flank for a double tap. I think I got my double tap. I'm falling back.
Neox going on the north wall. Scooby-Doo. Oh, man.
I did everything I can do in the north. I'm falling back. I'm leaving them in the north.
Taking shots from the south wing. Barely making it back. Radar and burning center looking around. Not really sure where to look. Shots ringing out everywhere. Woods 43 is hanging out there at the north side of the tank courtyard. Neox going around. Ah, there he is, right there. Neox still at the north red roofs. Legal in danger from Dr. Killinger if he peeks out a little too much. They know that Smoils is an ambulance. They know. I don't know if they know Killinger's down there in the south side. Radar kind of just hanging out, waiting. 4 on 5. Beginners down 1 man. Beginner's positioning's not bad. They do have the roof now, which means that any kind of like peek to guard the south. Like, yeah, right here, Legal, yep, Neox takes him down. Say, they're too focused on one side, they're exposing themselves to the other. And that's how Beginners takes him down. Radar now taking shots at Woods. Smoils putting shots on him to suppress him. Woods Radar finding Woods. Crazy little firefight there. Scooby finds Neox as he crosses from the roof into tank courtyard, or into roof courtyard. UC Death finds Killinger, and now it's all up to Smoils. UC Death throws a nice nade! But it's a little too slow. However, Radar finds Smoils after he finds UC Death. And BossFight take their 3rd point. That grenade was like perfect, right on the corner. It just wasn't cooked well enough. So now it comes down to what team wants it more? 3-3 every round, been a Volk round. Oh no. Oh man. This objective, guys. This objective. Let me know, chat. Who do you think's gonna take this? BossFight or Beginners? It's been Volk heavy trades for the entire first map. This objective's pretty hard to attack. I think I gotta give it to Beginners. We go into the final round on map 1. It's the final round. Yeah, you got that. Yep, that's what you get. BossFight spawning on the south street, pushing 1, 2, south, 3, watching the cross. Pre-fire coming out. Anybody gonna cross into it? No. Lots of smokes coming out though. Woods 43 gonna go for the cross behind the smokes. I see Woods finds radar. Nice long shot at the propane tanks there. Finds him across from the motel. One making across. Smoils makes it across as well. Woods 43 in the dunes now gonna put the hurtin' onto UC Death. UC Death can't handle 2, can he? We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Viper gets the res on the radar. Woods 43 just needs to pop up now. UC Death's very exposed and very advanced. Oh, but Icy Woods finds him instead from the hotel. BossFight's most advanced position goes down. Beginner's now up 1-man advantage.
What are we gonna do about it?
Viper putting shots onto the hotel, trying to keep him pinned back in the room.
No, I don't think got any kills.
Spoils kills the drone, point blank. Woods 43 taking shots from Scooby.
Right side south dune, right side south dune, like he's peeking plane nose.
See, the reactions here from BossFight, I think, what's going to cost them, because they're all being reactive to a single call out. I mean, like, Scooby called that out and everyone started to look that way. Radar now in an exposed position. It looks like the south flank is going to kind of happen. Here it goes. Nope, they're not pushing. They're just taking up angles behind the rocks. I see Woods. Oh, and they have one back there. Way back in the back. Woods 43 putting shots onto something. Oop, click. That gun's empty.
Where did that smoke come from?
That's smoke. Beautiful, beautiful smokes, guys. Does Neox have a sniper back here, or is he just long-range shooting? He has a 4X. And he should be able to see... Ooh, Icy Woods finds Scooby-Doo. Neox should be able to see radar here. I don't know why he doesn't shoot him. He's shooting the rock in front of him. Bad hitboxes, people. You gotta stand up more.
There's one more trying to get.
Lego moving up in the smoke now. Into the courtyard. There's enough smoke. Are you gonna go for it, Lego?
I've just the smoke to get close. Are you guys ready?
He's eyeballing the smoke, verifying if there's enough. The smokes are gonna dissipate. Lego's gonna go for it. And miss him. Oh, but Icy Woods finds him. Radar does not find the refrag. Smokes are gone. Oh, Radar and Viper. The dynamic duo.
Guy all the way down there sniping me. All the way down there.
Alright, what about the guy
Down there. The guy on the wing?
Yeah, shoot shot from behind. Watch that shit for me. I'll see if I can take this guy down there.
See it, Viper. See these sniper skills. Look at that booty. Oh, a headshot.
Got him. He's dead.
Oh, wow.
Oh shit. That's south.
Callouts are a little weak from Viper here,
17.
but he is keeping track of the time, so that's
Peeking at me.
he redeemed himself. Still 4 beginners up, 2 BossFight members up.
I'm watching the window.
It's just a hard push, man. Taking down the hotel from the south side is much more difficult, in my opinion, than taking the south side or taking the hotel from the north side. 45 seconds. Radar finds Woods 43. Viper finds Icy Woods. I take back everything I said. Now it's a 2v2. Viper finds Smoils. Now it's all for Killinger. Killinger finds Radar. Oh, Viper, you need to reload that gun. You need to reload.
Kill count's wrong.
You reload. Oh, he's being called out. Viper goes down. Killinger takes it because of the call-outs. Icy Woods calling out every movement Viper made. Man, that was close. I mean, that was an impressive comeback on the boss fight side. I was not expecting them to get that close to the objective after losing 3 members. Killinger getting 10 kills there. UC Death with 8. Radar Head and Scooby-Doo with 7. Pretty decent kills across the board. Hopping into the scoreboard. Check out. Skinner's taking map number 1. 4-3. A very close matchup. Like I said earlier, neither team really making any mistakes. Just good, solid plays. I think the only mistake there on that round, personally, was that UC Death was very, very advanced compared to the rest of his team and exposed. And he got shot in the back. Whereas if they had been a little closer together, maybe someone could have got the refrag on that pick. I mean, it's a maybe, but he was very far out. Map number 2, as you can see, is now going to be Downfall. Some good old-fashioned long-range killing. Stop the button I wanted. And we're gonna start it off with lower dumpster building. And because of the maps we've seen so far, I'm definitely gonna call map number 3 is going to be Subway. What do you think, Other Trip? Yeah, I think that's pretty good. BossFight definitely likes the subways, so I think that they'll be trying to go for that, especially if this is a BossFight map win, which it could very well be. Both teams very good at these maps. I mean, just overall, both teams are very good. So it's a lot of who's feeling a little bit more that day. That was entirely Volk defense rounds, so neither team able to push through the defense and get a cap or a kill. So, you know, I definitely see Subway. I think you're right. Yep, Subway, map 3. I mean, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the stats real quick. It could also be possibility of Bazaar. Could also be Bazaar. I feel like Subway is the better way to go. BossFight has a 75% win rate on it. Beginners have a never mind. Beginners have an 88%. They've only played it 8 times and won at 7, as opposed to BossFight, who's played it 16 times and won at 12. So, I don't know. Maybe we won't. Maybe we won't see a subway. Good little overview here of Downfall. What we're waiting on, let's take a look at the rosters. We have Smoils, Neox, Woods 43, Killager, and Icy Woods on the beginner side, and it does look like we have a change-up on the boss fight side. Lego, UC Death, Radar Head Viper, and 35 taking the place of Scooby-Doo on Downfall. Here we go. Hopping into map number 2. If you're just joining us, you can see the scores still because I haven't switched off of the scoreboard. But beginners took map 1 in a stunning fashion. And by stunning, I mean they duked it out for every single round, took Volk rounds. Boss fight on defense. Beginners spawning at the convoy. Is boss fight going to be ready for this? Lego and 35 are going to be the ones going to meet the team. How many beginners? Why are they running inside of each other? Get off of each other. You go.
You go first.
Get up the hill. The bad approach. Moto takes down Lego. I don't know why you would come around this side to cover this approach when you could go straight up the hill towards Marsoc. Frag coming out. Oh! Finds Smoils. Wow, nice frag. Nice frag. But 35 is basically surrounded by beginners. Going for the res.
Got him.
.35 knows that his death is coming. Those are just distracting shots from Viper. Woods 43. Killager finds Viper. 35 is getting pinched by Smoils and Icy Woods. Oh, Smoils gets the double. Gets the tap and the kill. 35 not reacting fast enough to the shots. Boss fight now down to 2.5 members. One on each dumpster building and one giving callouts, possibly. I don't know. Let's see. Let's fly over here to Viper. Is Viper able to give callouts? Look at him. Look at him. He's taking a nap.
Let me grab my fucking radio.
Oh, he can't.
Some bullshit.
Can't reach the radio because he fell down the stairs. Very entertaining to watch the fingers twitch when they're alive. If you didn't know that, the fingers still moved on your down body when you go to grab things. But beginners just kind of pushing through the valley now. One up in Overwatch position, and the rest of them just going to come out. I mean, geez, if they just come out swinging, they could take everyone out. They're going to spend a lot of time clearing this white building, though. Killinger and Neox both concerned. Oil's holding a smoke. It's a lot of coordination and teamwork to clear a building. That's empty. Cylinder runs in here. Runs in there. Just runs in pre-firing. Oh, CC dead. I know, super exposed position, trying to get the shots onto that south ridge.
Someone keep pre-firing out there.
This is a cap. This is a cap. They're going for a cap. Moyle's running for it now. Both of them go down. Radar front Smoils and Neox. Woods 43 finally finishing him off. Tell me more. A good try. Valiant defense from Radar. Takes down the two going for the cap, but unable to take down all of them. I think they could have coordinated that push a little bit more too. They kind of just ran for it. We're gonna fly with the birds. So peaceful in Downfall when there's no gunshots. Which one of you is the audio source? Not you. Appears just to be in the middle of the blob. They just keep circling. Is there another pack of birds? You know, what'd be really cool is if the birds were kind of just like perched on trees, and then when the first shot rings out, they all just kind of start flying. Like BossFight had a swap 35 after dying in the valley to the beginners. He's taking his ball and going home. Or not, he's back. And away we go. Hopping in round number 2. Map number 2. Where are they? Where's the spawn? Ooh, quick spawn. They call it? Not too far away. They did call it the quick spawn, and now the smokes are coming out. Shots ringing out from Killinger, trying to find one. Can't connect. Neox and Woods 43 both make it to the center hotel. Neox getting up on the roof. And a little aggressive, very exposed, trying to find shots. The problem with it is that there's 5 people being able to look at him, and he has to try and scan and pick his shots, you know, as he sees them. However, BossFight is pretty pinned now. And if Beginners does a good job of maintaining that cross, which doesn't look like they're actually going to watch the cross to the northeast. It looks like they're going to let that happen. Where are the rest of the Beginners we got? What?
No, I don't believe he can see us at that distance.
You never know.
Well, I'll find out now. Actually, I can just go. No, I have to sit down.
Did we get sent to the
UC Death finds Neox on the roof.
One at North Hotel, one North Hotel.
I see Woods taking the shots, not finding.
Yeah, whoever's on the hotel roof.
What? Let me out! Let me out! I'm trapped in here forever. God, you guys take the worst positions. I get stuck whenever I try and view you. 35 radar ahead. Viper. Trying to get out of this spawn area.
I'm with you, Viper.
Hey. I just put some shots on, I might have gotten him, I don't know. But I put some shots on White House.
Viper's looking for whichever of the Woods brothers that is up there. I forget. I think it's Woods 43. Nope, I see Woods up in the white tower. White building. Reload.
I am in mid hotel.
I go. Lego has a Nene. Whoop. Gonna skip past Woods? No. I mean, he could. He could go down there, shoot the grenade launcher, and be useful, and then try and get the kill. Because if he loses this trade, it's kind of SOL.
Enemies on the roof.
So stressful. Woods 43 finds Lego. Double tap. 5. Not there to refrag. 43 up on the roof. Ooh, Viper misses the shots. 35 now looking. 35 not finding it. Killinger finding him from upper dumpster dark room. I'm just making up callouts now. Look, these 3 lasers, these blue lasers are trained on Woods 43. Forgot that UC Death was still alive. Thought it was just Radar and Viper again. As they push out. And who's gonna make it where? Icy Woods finds Viper. Radar finds Woods 43, but not until he kills one. And then Icy Woods finds him from the white building. And Beginners take their second point, now pulling ahead in the series. Having taken both offensive and defensive rounds. And we move on to the next objective, which is Heli Bungalow. He is so loud. Alrighty, here we go. Round number 3. Map number 2.
Be careful. They will try to get you. They're gonna try and pick you when you get into.
Nobody's listening to you, Viper. But you know what? We're gonna see some quick shots here. Killinger. Watching Brothel. Shots ringing out. Nobody connecting.
That was absolute bullshit.
Well, no one went to Brothel. Yeah, we can Schutzreserve.
Who do we have over here? Neox now on the south side, coming up through the valley. .35 in the dark room. Radar on North HQ. Two in the south now. Got Neox and Smoils, it looks like, coming up on the south side. You see Death watching that way. Can't see anybody.
East dumpster. It was east dumpster.
calling out too because of the difference in fire rates, firing sounds, all those fun things. UC Death knows that there's 2 members there now. Dillinger and Icy Woods now pushing up to the lower red truck. Pre-firing the window. Nobody's there.
I see. I need you to suppress from like the window of the north cat, and I'm gonna push up to it. Okay?
Go when I start firing, yeah?
No, from here. I see.
Fine.
Like from up on those stairs.
Yeah. Right.
I heard one there.
So it's covering fire while Killinger just runs up onto it. Lego misses the cross. Killinger now underneath radar.
Danger close on me. Danger close on my building.
Frag going up. Frag going in. Wow, that almost got him.
Basement. I think basement.
Killinger's not really sure where he is. $35. Killinger worried about 35 now. If Killinger goes for radar and radar gets a good call out, 35 can just walk around that door and shoot him.
Watch yourself, 35.
35 gave away his position. Killinger's now gonna... Neox and UC Death trade. Center Hotel. Smoyle's now gonna come running in. Finds Regal on the backside. Woods 43 putting smoke on the objective. Killinger finds 35. Solved to Viper and radar again. Woods 43. Danger close. Smoyle's throwing a frag. Oh my god. Oh, that was so good, but smoke's coming out. That one's gonna be perfect, covering Viper's field of view, forcing a rotation.
One roof and one in heli.
One on radar shack.
Oh, Viper goes down to Killinger underneath radar. Radar now panicking, has to go for it. Woods 43 going for the cap. Radar finds one, finds another. Radar doesn't know that he's being capped on. Smoke's covering him. There it is. Smoyles finally downs him. But beginners take the map. 4-0. That's a beautiful play right there by beginners. Props. That was great. Coordination, a little bit of throwing yourself at the enemy. Able to get that cap off. Smoyles almost shot him too early. Almost. It's very close. Now beginners take the series with the first 2 maps under their belt. What are we going to see for map number 3? I still think it's going to be Subway. And my predictions are not correct. It is Snow Peak Day. Map number 3, Snow Peak Day. Which I'm just as excited for, not gonna lie. Totally down for this. I am here for it. Everybody's in the lobby. Like it's the same rosters as last time. Now, is this, let's see, this is a boss fight map pick, I believe. Boss fight being home gets the second, or first and third maps, so. A boss fight map pick. Round number 1, quick spawn.
Yeah, they can be at the Heskos in front of you, like around the same time as you get there, so be ready. Pre-frag it. Guys, pre-frag it.
Ну, просто бежать здесь напрямую. Дураков меньше. Я надеюсь. Ложиться не очень удобно.
Viper trying to find someone with that sniper rifle down the north lane, not finding anybody. Looks like the rest of boss fight taking the safe exit out of spawn, going through the tunnels. Going all the way around the lake. Gonna be a good approach. Let's see if boss fight can coordinate this pinch.
I'm losing that mag. That's a good mag. Fucking God, stupid fucking game. Give me that. Wrapping around it.
By putting some shots and then kind of retreating. Trying to just maintain a nuisance and a presence over there on the corner. Look at the defense here. We've got, man, I really just want to be able to like draw on my screen, you know? I need a little tablet that I can draw on the OBS overlay and circle it like football plays, basketball plays. I also want to use the green screen room to do like a whole weatherman approach on the objective. So like, here's the map, and over here is the kill zone. You can't go here because it's covered. I think it'd be really entertaining. I need someone to let me do a weatherman cast on one of their streams. But anyways, we've got 2 guys over there. I don't know who they are because they're really far away and it's hard to read blue on white. Yeah. I'm going to assume that those 2 on top of each other are Radar and Viper, and they're just talking because that's what they do. All right, was I right? Oh, it was Radar and UC Death. Viper's coming up behind. Viper's jealous. Actually clear all the way to the Heskos, so...
Fuck me. This gun is shit.
Shots from Smoils.
No, it sounded like he was behind the boxes. The right.
Radar has a pretty good map sense on this one. He's getting good call-outs.
We're running out of time.
But yeah,
These sandbags.
they are blowing a lot of time just getting close enough to attack. A frag coming out. Pretty good one, but a little late.
You see someone?
He's on the north Heskos by the hangar.
Are looking for Woods. Saw him there. Woods taking him down. Oils has rotated. Nope, Smoils is still there. Team pushing across the lake now. Ooh, Viper finds
I got a bogey on me, help!
Woods 43, but that that flash.
Right side. Front, right foot. Front, right foot.
Killinger finds Viper. I don't know how. I can't see him through the tree. That Killinger's playing on low resolution textures and these trees don't exist. There is absolutely zero way. Neox trading with Lego. No, Neox finding Lego and you see Death finding. Finding Woods 43. I see Woods finding Death. Oh my god. Neox finding 35. Beginners. Take it. Here we go. Round number 2. Map number 3. Beginners have taken the series, but they're going to continue to take those points if they keep up this pace. They've taken 5 unanswered points now. No, 6 unanswered points now. Beginners getting the same spawn. North spawn. Northeast spawn. One of these. Ooh.
Fucking massive lemon pack to do.
Yeah.
Woods 43 goes down, a headshot.
Get right there.
Now they know the fucking spawn.
Doesn't matter what's those boxes. So like people like to be around the corner on the car. You know, this is how it works. Corner on the right, but the hill.
So close to your eye. Viper.
One in the back hangar in the far northwest.
Viper took him down. They're actually doing pretty good with that sniper.
Looks like it was.
Will's putting out shots. Shooting two. Dillinger apparently has decided that he doesn't actually want to go this way, left his team, and is rotating through the... After giving away spawn and all of that, has decided to just rotate around the other way. Looking for anyone crossing the lake. 35 on the lake in a decent spot. BossFight's defense very tucked in on the objective. I mean, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4 within spitting distance. As opposed to beginners who were a little more pushed out. They had someone in this hut here.
Fucking Antox.
Was wondering why Killinger is over here shooting.
Yo.
All 5 members of BossFight still up. Beginners having 1 member down. 4 on 5. Viper most likely to get picked as he keeps moving around behind this objective. It's like those high school you know, awards. Most likely to be CEO, most likely to marry into money kind of thing. Well, Viper is most likely to get shot at this point. Pressing fire. Surprised 35 doesn't pick that up from where. I guess I can't really see it from where it is. Neox pre-firing. Lots of pre-fire. Now pre-fire from Smoils. Killinger needs to speed up his flank here. He is all by himself, and yeah, there he is. Turn into the backside of 35 here. Let's see who finds who first. I don't think 35's watching for this or waiting. Oh, now he is. Yes, he is actually watching this approach. This is what he should be doing, because if he keeps looking away, Killinger's going to find the backside here. And he's second now. 35 is not going to be ready for this. This is a kill. 35 is dead.
Killed one on the leg.
Killinger takes him out. Now BossFight needs to react, and now Radar needs to be worried about his right side. Lego finds Smoils all the way up there. Oh, but Icy Woods gets a beautiful nade from the lake onto Lego's head. Wow. Radar goes for the res. Smoke's coming in now. 55 seconds left. Lego putting more shots on him. Neox finds Lego. Lego goes down. Icy Woods and Radar start trading in a firefight. Viper finds Neox. Takes him down. Killinger's coming up behind him. Radar is exposed. Killinger's coming around the backside. No one knows he's there. Killinger's coming around the back. Killinger finds Radar. Viper finds Icy Woods. Killinger finds UC Death. He's on the objective. Viper sees him. Viper had to have seen him. Viper's waiting for him. Viper can't get the shots though, and beginners take another point. One man standing. Man, I really thought that he had that. I know Viper saw him cross that and was definitely waiting for him, but just couldn't get the shots off. Next objective is the South Shack objective. We'll see how this defense goes. Beginners able to get a little bit more aggressive because they already have one, which makes it a little easier to defend this objective, in my opinion. If you're forced to stay on top of it the whole time, it's just kind of hard. There's not a whole lot of good spots.
Get to there and just right, body fight.
We're gonna see another ace like we saw the other day from Rypick. Or an almost ace. He tried. He only had 4. It looks like Neox is taking the same position. Kilger finds 1. Lego goes down. Backside of Neox. Finds him, saves Radar Head's life. Neox was watching him. Waiting now, 35 coming up fast, doesn't know that someone's here. 43 takes him down.
Echo 4.
Death's looking for him. Woods 43 still in the same spot. The Death doesn't have a frag or anything, or he could have like tossed it out and got that. Ooh, you see Death finds Woods 43. Coming out. Radar Head and Icy Woods trade.
Different one.
2v2. Launcher kills the drone. Viper and UC Death teaming up. Evaluating the situation.
You get what I'm saying? No, the ones like the next five to the left. Sandbag just left there. Gunner frag. Need your help.
Oh. I don't know how that didn't really get Killinger. That was perfect. I mean, technically, if a grenade's not on the ground, the explosion should be omnidirectional. Killinger throws his frag and his other frag. Frag and a flash. Comes around the corner. You see Death and Killinger trade. Viper comes around and finds Smoils as he goes for the res. Yes, as he goes for the res. BossFight take it. Finally answer back with the point of their own after 7 unanswered points. Inners did have a DC. It looks like Neox was disconnected after he died. So let's see if he comes back. Let's look at the rosters for the teams while we're at it. Beginners being down a couple members this season, only having Killinger, Woods, Smoils, Woods 43, Cushberries, and Neox. Only 6 players, and I don't know if I've seen Cushberries around in a while. And then on the BossFight side, we have Scooby-Doo, Lego, Radarhead, Lonely Viper, High Fish, Sharku, 35, and UC Death. Like we are having some technical difficulties, so we're gonna hop over to an intermission real quick and see what's going on. Be right back. Just kidding, he's here. Almost touched the button. I just have to threaten the intermission, right? Just say the word intermission and then they fix it. Killinger here with 7 kills, doing most of the work for his team here. I think Neox had a couple before he DC'd. UC Death and Viper both having 4 on the BossFight side. Round number 4.
This gun is so good.
So ready to rotate, communicate.
Beginners. Had an issue. It doesn't seem like... It seems like Neox spawned in really late. I think is what happened. So they reset because they didn't think he was there. Because they all reset and then the dot showed up for him. I think we're good. Still on round number 4.
Okay, now he's
Everybody in?
Everyone's here. Right. This way's the quick way. It's a quick spawn. Come on.
No, we need some mines. We need some. Yeah, get some mines.
Quick spawn.
Well, singing the I'm gonna get shot song. Follow.
Last time they pushed U-tunnel.
Alright, watch out right now. Alright.
Take a look over the defense here. Got Lego watching the garage. Death watching the Hescos. 35 watching the southeast. Viper pushing way up in, or sorry, southwest. Viper pushing way up into the southwest, and radar head coming back from the southwest. Viper's position going to be least effective here, and I don't even think he can get back to objective if this guy Lego goes down. I don't even think Viper can get back in time. You see death. Lego going to be the main points of contact here. All the beginners coming out of the U-tunnel. Right side.
Me and Smiles got this used to though.
That cross no problem. Now I see Woods watching the Hescos. Death just missing all these crosses. He's not watching this way. He's watching the main area there. It's gonna allow Smoils and Icy Woods to get very close. Lego not watching backwards either. Oh no. I don't see a good outcome here for BossFight. Right. You see Death and Icy Woods trade. Lego not reacting and Smoils looking away. Smoils has a clean shot. Looked away. I don't see that. Turns around, finds Smoils. Woods 43 is looking for Lego. Woods 43 wins that firefight. Airhead has taken up the position that Death died at and is now guarding the Hescos. 43 rotating off of the objective, way off of the objective, going all the way around. Up with his team. Neox and Killinger coming out of the garage. Killinger pre-firing the tower to make sure no one's there. Any second now. Any second. Finds Killinger. Neox finds 35. Stand up pick there. Up to radar and Viper? Viper coming around the side gets Neox. Decent little flank there. As he's killing Woods 43 and he takes him down. BossFight take 2 points. Take their second point. Viper. A good flank in. Next objective. It's the tunnels. Hopping into round number 5. Yeah, round number 5. Yeah, that's right, Trip. You know how to do math. Thanks, other Trip. I appreciate you. Let's see how the beginners defend this objective.
For me too. Yeah, not nothing for me. If he says it goes in waves coming from the
Do you need the frog? You might need
No, I've got
more
a frog.
flash.
I've got a frag. Hold on.
Okay. Flash.
Viper opting out of his normal sniper role to take the shield this time. On his back. Away. Smiles in the most like out there position, just standing there watching a door. I mean, like, frag goes out, not gonna catch anybody. Well, Spoils getting down before he could blow it.
One down, one down.
downing Viper. Nice nade. You see Death trying to get the refrag. Can't find it. Do get a shot off. But don't connect. A frag coming out. Rolls right out the door. Oh! Woods goes down. I see Woods. There's a flash. Not finding anybody. I can't wait for there. I see Woods prepping another grenade. Fast grenade. C4 goes off. I see Woods now watching the corner with Lego. There's a trade. Radar now alone on the south end of the objective. Good cover to death here. Neox coming up. There's a frag. Oof. Oh man, barely. Neox peeking the corner. 35 doesn't see him. You see Death does though. Neox goes down. And now it's a 2v1 and Radar is free and clear to go to the objective basically. I'm out here. Challenger goes for the shield. Challenger has the shield. Going for a flank. Nope, he just went to check the corner. Now he's coming back. Radar takes down Killinger. BossFight take their third point. BossFight doing much better on Snow Peak than Downfall for sure. It seems like these teams have played it a little bit, at least to know. I mean, they were talking about where you could meet the enemy. So they're aware of the spawns. They're aware of how close you can get or how far you can get before you're going to be in contact. And if BossFight can defend this one, beginners, well, BossFight would take map 3. However, I personally think that this is a harder one to defend. All right, here we go. Possible last round, round number 6.
Don't go too much. Just
Where am I going? Where am I going?
You take this grade and sniper that one. No, hit this one.
My controllers are dying. Shit, my controllers are dying. Controllers are dying.
I'm not 100% sure that that's legal. I cannot remember. Like they're all gonna.
When we get in the tunnel, we'll leave someone to watch our asses.
All the way around. Looks like they're gonna come in the north entrance. Oh, the RPG is allowed on Snow Peak. Yeah, okay. Totally legit use of the RPG.
shield first.
He should be, as you go round the corner, he should be behind the sandbag wall. First sandbag wall.
This is the approach that I would prefer. Wonder, so 35 is gonna be there, hanging out in a tree. Camera there, where is the Viper?
Noise.
35 is so dead as he tries to take down the shield. The rest of the team just push him. He gets one call out.
Okay.
It's like Christmas.
Need you to just check the battles. Don't get down. Check the battles. Stay there.
Dean, have you got room for this?
No, just keep holding this up, kid.
You see Death Down's radar.
Yep. Move this way a bit.
Oh, RPG takes down the shield. Somebody clipped that, and a C4 to confirm. The most aggressive radar takedown. Smoils take out radar. UC Death finds Smoils. UC Death finds Woods 43. All of a sudden, there's just one beginner left. It's Killinger. Remembers the boss fight up. One Killinger left. Will he? Viper finds him on the rotation out, and boss fight take map number 3. That was a massacre. I might have to rethink my strategy now that there's a RPG available there. I forgot about that. Killinger with 7 kills. See Death and Viper with 8, doing a lot of work on the boss fight side. Final score. 7 to 10. 7 to 10. A great match. Great match. Kind of took a little bit. We're at almost 2 minutes. Or 2.5 hours, but it was a great watch. And I am glad I picked this up. Shout out to both teams for playing so well, so close. I mean, all those maps were really, really close. I mean, Downfall doesn't look like it, but they were really close rounds. So yeah. That's it for me. Next cast, I think there's one actually going on. Let me check. Let me take a look. There should be one going on right now. Loyal Dogs started an hour and 50 minutes ago. They may or may not still be going on. But the next big matchup is at 7 Eastern. So in 2 hours, we're going to be watching Globochem and Animal House, me and Nightfire. And then after that, we're going to have Danglers and Ember at 9 Eastern with Noman and Control Flirt Delete. So stay tuned for that. And we will be out of here